don't believe what I just saw. I don't believe what I just...
Whammy! Oh, wow! Holy moly! Man, woman, and child did that. Put them in the aisle.
The double team and Bird. Larry, fake, fall away. Hits it! The buzzer! All right!
He's gonna go into the end zone! He's going into the other Bears! The Bears have won!
Hello and welcome back to the Pokemon League. I'm your host, Trevor Gamerman, joined by my co-host, Youngster Joey.
Trevor, I'm glad to be here because yesterday's match was amazing.
It was unbelievable.
Yeah, and I'm even more excited for this next match.
Tell you guys what, we have an exciting match today. We have the Swashbucklers versus the Knights of New Bark.
Let's talk about the Swashbucklers.
Now, the Swashbucklers, led by Captain Beard, was ranked 4 overall throughout the season.
Which is surprising because he's running 4 water-type Pokemon with a possible 5th.
Well, they have lots of support with possible sweepers as well.
I mean, let's just check them out. Now that we got a chance to see the Swashbucklers team, let's head over to the Knights and break down their team. The Knights, led by Bot named Bot, ranked 5th this season with a defensive team and running the most immunities out of all of their teams.
Well, that's not surprising, considering the fact that he has the most new Pokemon from Gen 8. Let's go see those Pokemon.
This may come to a surprise, but I'm a big fan of Swashbucklers, and I really like that Water Dragon type Dracovish.
You mean the one that tried to get Rookie of the Year?
Well, he didn't get Rookie of the Year, but he did get something a little better. He got a contract at Ubers, so we won't be seeing him actually next season.
Oh man, let's go check out his highlights while we still can.
Now look at Dracovish use Fish's Wren to rack up that damage.
Now, on the Swashbucklers, you were talking about Dracovish.
Yeah.
But for the Knights, I want to talk about Sirfetch'd, fighting type, who actually won Rookie of the Year.
I mean, okay, he's a team player.
He's a team player. He didn't leave his team behind, unlike Dracovish.
All right, let's see why he got Rookie of the Year.
Let's get to it. Now look at Sirfetch'd here, going in for revenge kill after revenge kill. Man, he's a true team player.
Honestly, I expect a lot of mind games coming from these two Pokemon, so let's just head to the match and see what happens.
Welcome back, everyone. Here we are in round 1, Swashbucklers versus Knights. We have Bot versus Captain Beard. I'm your host, Cursed, alongside my co-host, Joe Swashbuck. Let's get into this action. And here we are. Looks like we have Xatu versus Sir Paul coming out first with the Corsola G.
Corsola, solid tank, but can't do much to his Xatu with that magic dance.
Immediately going to switch. Oh, I love the custom names. It's fantastic. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, a few of the teams went with the custom nicknames this year.
Makes it harder on us, but I love it. Don't even care. And I'm not going to lie, looking at these teams right now, I am very favorite of Bot just because there's an Arcanine on that team. An Arcanine, just like Gengar, is one of my favorite Pokemon.
Arcanine is a fan favorite. Started getting more action late in the season, came back. Really strong performance late in the season for Arcanine.
He is fantastic. I was going to ask, I wasn't sure exactly how good he is or on the meta, see if he's just a pick because, oh man, I love this Pokemon, or if he's a pick just because he's actually good.
Actually had a solid season. The season really started to turn around for the Knights after Arcanine started getting more playing time. Crawdaunt with the big KO there on Xatu. That's going to solve a lot of problems for the Knights.
And I'm seeing the big switch after the Roserade. Once he saw the Arcanine come out, he's like, I am grass, you are fire, I am out of there.
Yep, that means trouble. That's for sure.
And here we go. We're seeing the fire versus the fire, the Sandor versus the Torkoal. Things the Torkoal has a little bit more defense than the Arcanine does, so let's see if that's going to go.
Yeah, the Torkoal is going to be able to wall him for a good while. Those outrages are coming in surprisingly strong, but now he just suffered the confusion.
See the confusion and the super effective on the confusion. It's very unfortunate. Now he's going to also do special defense. He's also going to make a rough, and that's going to be the knockout.
Yeah, that brutal. Got him with the confusion.
Unfortunate. And the sunlight's still shining, so let's see how this goes.
Crawdaunt's definitely has the speed and power to deal with, well, not this Pokemon, that's for sure. Oh! Didn't need to go with the Aqua Jet if you're just going to knock off on the switch.
Big knockdown with Dracovish, and as we saw in the highlights before, the Dracovish does a lot of damage, but he goes crazy revenge kills on all of his opponent's Pokemon, which is very, very big. With him losing that Pokemon is a huge play on bot side, so let's see if the Knights are going to take this game one.
Yeah, Corsola comes in, eats the sleep. Bot might be fine with that. It's already low on health, tank, so let's
see how this goes.
He's got his other physical tank in. Corviknight, number 1 pick for Bot's squad here. Hasn't had a great season, to be honest. Kind of underwhelming. Yeah, there he goes.
And I love the play on Beard's part with this with the trap, with his jacks on the ground. I forget what it's called, the spikes, yes. With the spikes, couldn't think of the name for a second. I love that because it's such a switch-heavy meta. It feels like right now so many people are just switching between so fast and doing that extra damage on every switch is huge. But I guess it's unfortunately not going to matter because Crawdaunt's
going
to take a big
so powerful.
knockout.
You just can't switch into Crawdaunt.
You can't. Crawdaunt's a very strong Pokemon.
All right. Got some walls left on both squads.
A small hit. Bot, you will take that health right back with that healing. See if the Torkoal can do anything.
All right, there goes the Defy. He's going to clear off the entry hazards. It's going to be nice, allow more switches for Bot.
Absolutely, and those spikes are doing a lot of damage to his Pokemon, doing a lot of chip damage, but it almost looks like it doesn't even matter because Beard's taking a lot of the big grunt hits. So, like, sure, Beard can chip him all day with these hazards, but it's not going to matter. We do moves like this and take out Torkoals.
Yeah, not a lot of damage out of the Iron Head, but got the flinch, which is just enough to finish it off. Just not a lot of damage in general out of that Iron Head.
No, not much.
Quagsire's in, though, called the 1%. There's a tendency to barely hang on to life. Oh, Rocky Helmet's a bold move on him, too. It's more chip damage.
We go switch back into Gastrodon.
Lowers the special defense. This is, oh, okay, immediate switch. Those two have a tendency to just sit there and kind of not do much to each other for hours on end, so we're lucky to see the switch early here.
Yeah, I agree. I'm feeling at some point during this best of 3 we're just going to see a Quagsire Gastrodon just head on.
If you watch any of the regular season matchup, yeah, it's it's not the most riveting Pokemon battle when those two are out.
Might as well just have 2 Magikarp splashing each other for 30 rounds.
That's pretty much what it looks like. Or we can just watch these 2 tanks flail at each other for a bit. There's a burn. That's unfortunate for Bot.
That is unfortunate. Some RNG going in Beard's favor now is going to probably do some pretty big damage.
Both these teams have a lot of their Pokemons left. The Bot with the advantage now might just want to sit on it, maintain his lead, get some small damage in. Hopefully Crawdaunt or Sirfetch'd can come in and just finish him off.
Yeah, and it's going to seem like any amount of chip damage that either player can put in is going to do a lot of significant outcome for either player.
Maintaining it might be a problem, though.
Absolutely.
Corviknight and Gastrodon with their recovering, Quagsire with his. Quagsire can just absolutely eat everything.
Especially with the recovery, it's just...
Probably just trying to burn through the recovery here. All right, Roserade's in. We can be grateful for that.
Because even if they just continue to tank each other out, I mean, Bot still has 4 of his remaining Pokemon versus 2, so he can recover all day. If you want to really drag this game out, I'm sure he'll win that match.
Yeah, just playing the long game now.
Absolutely.
Just keep the pressure off his high damage Pokemon. Try to burn some recover PP specifically out of Quagsire.
Of course. Between the Roost and the Recover, there's just so much healing going on. There's just more healing than damage happening in these matches.
You're going to have that. It's a bulky team out of the Knights this year.
Absolutely. It's a very good draft.
Pretty solid. Disappointing season overall. But
Unfortunate.
finished 5 seed. Trying to beat the 4 seed who barely edged him out. Getting to the second round.
I heard it's because Bob forgot to change his avatar, but that's just what I heard.
You know what? Maybe he was feeling especially, I don't know. I don't know what to call it that day. Without being too insulting toward Bot.
Let's say what you want about his avatar, but it looks like he's clutching this out. I mean, both of these Pokemon are just keeping their health up, doing small chip damage, but the health is starting to go down, especially now with 2 special conditions on both of the Pokemon. Maybe see if this poison and this burn are going to do any significant damage in this match.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to say with so much recovery to go around. Neither team with any real reason to try and get KOs. It seems like it's over, but...
Of course, but who knows? I mean, as we saw with Swashbucklers in the highlight reels before that Dracovish came back in a 1-3 Pokemon matchup and just came in revenge kill all 3 of them. I know the Dracovish is gone now, but I mean, who knows? Maybe Captain Beard will be able to sweep this out.
Yeah, it is hard to get Dracovish to turn the game around for you when Dracovish is out of it.
Absolutely.
But Roserade could still be a danger, with or without the sun.
Of course, between the tankiness of the Quagsire and then the damage with Rose there.
Yeah, and so much of Bot's team is weak to those grass moves. The Crawdaunt and the Gastrodon cannot survive a hit from it, basically.
Exactly. I wouldn't be surprised if he takes out this Corviknight, switches into the Rose there, and then starts sweeping.
It could happen. Crazier things have happened on the Pokemon field.
Absolutely. Watching this match, you got to think, should there be a term limit in Pokemon?
Yeah, one would hope they would implement it.
Maybe.
Then what would happen to all their tanks?
What would happen? That is true. It would be a crazy change in the meta. To see what would happen if there was like a 50, maybe 75 turn limit or something.
Yeah, back in the olden times, before times, Gen 2, they'd have some 300 round games of Pokemon.
Yeah, cool. And then you go to game 2.
Yep. Back before the dawn of man.
Oh, God. Rough times.
All right.
Makes me miss the body slam swap meta of red, blue, and yellow.
Right. Bot's getting a little overconfident here.
Think so?
Yeah, look how low he let. All right, predicted the recovery though. Letting Corviknight get real though.
I think he's just getting impatient. But I don't blame him at this point. You want to start doing something even if you lose.
Goes for the knockoff instead of the leaf blade.
That is a reasonable tactic though, to honestly just annoy your opponent into making a misplay.
Basically, that's Captain Beard's specialty, I would say, is annoying his opponent.
That's unfortunate. But hey man, that's how Pokemon meta goes. If you're letting your opponent play the way they want to play, then your list's probably not that good.
Yeah.
Here we go. Right as I said before, here we go. We're seeing the Quagsire versus the Gastrodon.
Quagsire
tank battle.
already had to stick around through a Corviknight. You can't have a ton of recovery left.
Exactly. I was about to say, like, his recover is probably very low right now.
Interesting choice out of Captain Beard here with the acid spray just to lower, specifically I imagine it's for Gastrodon to lower the special defense.
Absolutely. Just trying to weaken this thing down so we can take some hits with the Quagsire later or Roserade if possible. But let's see how he's going to do with this Crawdaunt switch.
Crawdaunt's in. He's got a lot of KOs so far this game. Doesn't quite get another, but it's a lot of damage.
Yeah, but it's doing work though, especially with the poison right now. Even with that recover, it's going to be down to 67 health. And the crit, this could probably take it out.
Yeah, every knockoff is basically positive damage with that poison.
Absolutely. And that's all you really have to find something. You have to just find something that's net positive against the Quagsire's recovery strategy. And once you find that net positive, just keep hitting it until you get knockouts like this.
There we go. Another one for Crawdaunt.
That was really big. And it's looking like this game one is going too nice.
No reason to expose Sirfetch'd
Switch to
just yet
Corviknight.
there. Yep, that Corviknight pass.
Absolutely.
Go
I
quietly
believe
into the
Corviknight has the advantage over Roserade because this is flying versus grass, correct?
He should. We've seen he has U-turn. I doubt he has a flying move. I think we've seen all of his moves roost.
Yeah. But that could be something interesting to see in game 2 if he's going to try to call him out on this Roserade. He could maybe switch one of Corviknight's moves out for a flying move.
Especially with, we saw briefly earlier the Silvally was coming and was a grass type 2. You can swap that out. So with 2 grass types he's going up against, I wouldn't be surprised to see a Brave Bird Corviknight.
Exactly. Yeah, especially with the 2, like you were saying. Yeah, if it was just one, maybe not be worth it. I don't know what all of Corviknight's moves are. If he has one to spare, maybe. But maybe, definitely not Roost. Definitely going to keep that.
A lot of Pokemon wish they had 5 moves to use. Corviknight wishes it had about 60. Knights are in.
Here we are going off into game 2 of round 1 of Swashbucklers versus Knights, and it looks like we're starting off with Roserade and the Sirfetch'd. Let's see how this goes. Okay. It is going very poorly, but the Sirfetch'd is going to take some damage for itself, and we're going to see how the Xatu plays out against this. Unfortunately, we are going to start off with a 65 situation.
Yeah, unfortunate for Captain Beard there. We mentioned last game Corviknight might switch and add a Brave Bird, but it looks like Bot did it with Sirfetch'd instead. Going with the big damage lead. Not looking great for Gastrodon here. Supposed to be the special wall.
It's not too, and honestly, trading the Roserade for the Gastrodon would not be too bad, but he is going to switch out into the Corviknight, and let's see if he added some of these areas. Some of these flying moves, rather.
You gotta watch out. Xatu could be, the Heat Wave. That's one of the few moves that gives Corviknight trouble, but so many Pokemon are backing it these days.
And the U-turns into a lot of damage in the back. This game is already looking like it's going faster than the first game. But as we saw in the last game, that swap to that Crawdaunt could do a lot of damage. Let's see what this does against this Torkoal.
Ooh, pretty weak Akajet. Gonna find out if the Crawdaunt's banded right now, see if it switches. And it is. Okay, it is banded. Rocks are up. That's always a good thing for Captain Beard.
Absolutely.
Shade's just going to be consistent 29%. Let's see if it's not a lot from Torkoal. It's a good move for Corsola to bring against Torkoal to get around its bulk.
Absolutely. For any of these tanky Pokemon, as we know, Beard's team is very tanky. So, you know what? Maybe we'll see some moves out of the Dracovish this game. That'd be nice.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. Dracovish was in the running for MVP this season, but didn't get a lot done the first round of the playoffs. Big burden there for Corsola.
Absolutely. And maybe Bot knows that. He knows and saw some of the highlight reels. He understands that Dracovish is a big powerhouse who tried to take that KO super early in that last game as easily as he could, and he did it. But let's see if he can do the same this game. It's already looked like a very different matchup than last game.
Yeah, Corsola's back. He's had a solid year defensively, and it's really putting in work against the Silvally. Silvally can give any team trouble with just the multiple attacks he can bring.
Absolutely. It's looking like this. This is back to full health.
The strength sap. You just can't boost your attack on it. You really need to bring a knockoff against Corsola, and it doesn't look like Silvally's doesn't have one. I don't even know if it can have one, to be honest.
No, and it's looking like Beard is just taking the Silvally, understanding it's going to die and just getting any chip damage he can while it's still alive.
Yeah, that's kind of what you got to do when you're in this position.
Absolutely. He's definitely not going to switch. He's just going to
big crit, though.
Is big. Absolutely. It's going to help a lot.
Oh, no.
Got the strength sap. Oh, no.
Called the crit.
So unfortunate.
Let's see what his answer is.
One of the hazards, too, making the Xatu basically dead.
Can roost, but let's see if it's enough. Let's see what a Nightshade does to him. Basically, Corsola's only damaging move is Nightshade. It's just going to do consistent damage all game.
And he'll be able to out-roost the Nightshade, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a swap here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Bot's thinking here. Maybe just trying to PP stall the roosts out of him. But
that's what I was thinking. I think he's just going to try to PP stall the roost. Try to bait Xatu in his pack, maybe.
Maybe. I mean, could just be switching. He knows that Roosts are coming out. Yeah, maybe Beard trying to predict the switch there into Corviknight, but...
Yeah, knowing that the Xatu can't do that much damage to bot, I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to sit here and keep stalling because, hey, the first one to switch is going to hit hazards, take some damage. So I'll just sit here and wait it out. And then you have recover. I'm not wasting my recover. I'm using Nightshade. That's nothing.
Yeah, it's just 100 free damage. It's
absolutely to trade the Nightshade for a recovery move every turn is absolutely worth it, in my opinion.
Yeah, get Captain Beard getting desperate there, maybe going for the Giga Drain, hoping that could do something, but it wasn't much. Back to the Roost.
Yeah, what do you think we're going to see after the Xatu? Because it doesn't look like he's committed to trading after Xatu. It looks like he's committed to just letting him die.
Oh, wow.
Do you see a Swash?
Oh, bot switched first. That's surprising.
That is surprising. Maybe he tried to call out
Yeah, maybe trying to predict
Xatu to not go for a recover.
Okay, that's going to be trouble for the Arcanine. Yeah, bad call with the Flare Blitz. And it's quarter resistance.
Here comes these big crazy recovery kills, maybe.
Yes. Yeah, the Dracovish comes in hard with the Outrage. Probably Scarf if it's outspeeding the Arcanine, would be my guess. It's going to take away a little damage from it, but it's still a good call. Oh, that's brutal, the Curse Body proc.
The disable, reduced attack, and the full heal from the Corsola.
Corsola's just such a pain to deal with.
So unfortunate. This is why, like you said, this Pokemon has such a good defensive year going into.
Yeah, just
hard to take it out. But here we see another very heavy wall defensive Pokemon. As we saw last game, Captain Beard did a lot of work with this Quagsire, keeping it alive for 50, 60 plus turns.
That's a poison
how it
too
goes
there.
this game.
Might be able to get around the Corsola here. Let's see what I can do. Yeah, already switched.
Look at the switch. Let's see if the Sirfetch'd goes for the big one-hit KO like it did early in this game.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it's got. It might just take a knockoff. Yep. Let's get the item off it. Nice and simple.
Let's pop that. Yeah, I agree.
No more leftovers.
And nobody's trading the Sirfetch'd for the item. Will it be worth it?
I think he's just sick of dealing with Quagsire here.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, as you saw last game, this Quagsire is absolutely just a tank of a Pokemon. It is impossible to penetrate.
More tank off.
What this Nightshade is, it's not much, but it is consistent damage every turn.
Yeah, let's see. Trying to predict the recovery here. He does. Crawdaunt's in.
Big damage.
Knockoff's not going to do much without his item, but will it be enough? Oh, brutal poison there.
Fortunate. Welcome to Pokemon, welcome to RNG.
Yep.
Nice, he is going to get the knockout on this Quagsire, and that is huge. So he's going to swap too. Or he's going to see the Dracovish thing.
Torkoal's in. Looks like Captain Beard's guessing that it's banded. Wow.
Yep.
Crawdaunt just does not care about the, the fire type there in the sun.
No, not at all. Stones are just doing work.
Xatu can carry Solar Beam. I'm surprised it wasn't there. Could have got the revenge kill.
Absolutely.
And Dracovish is in. This is not what you want Dracovish to be. Yeah, so if it picks Outrage, you just go to Corviknight and wall it. You got to assume it's banded. Or it's banded or scarfed. Probably scarfed. Ooh, Corviknight is low though, so even if it does eat this.
It's very low. But we can see a Roost here. No, the Outrage. Oh my god, we're going to see more highlight wheels. We're going to see a reverse sweep.
More late game Dracovish sweeps.
Yeah, right. More Dracovish sweeps.
Gastrodon's low too.
Gastrodon is low. The Outrage.
Oh no, alright, the confusion. We knew that was coming down. We knew that was coming down. Alright. Bot just to survive this game is gonna need it to hurt itself in confusion.
Corsola is so low too.
And it does. And that'll do it.
And it looks like this is game because Nightshade's gonna come in, consistent damage, take that knockout. Great game though.
Fantastic game from both sides. Real tight one. Fortunately, Captain Beard and the Swashbucklers are going home.
Yep. Alright. Good games.
Good games.
I can't believe it. I thought the Swashbucklers had that for sure.
That miss from Dracovish was absolutely, it's unreal.
Yeah, I mean, well, we got more Pokemon, so tune in tomorrow, all right?
See you guys tomorrow.